Namaste. All right, so we have a beautiful practice plan today. The idea is to open up the hamstrings, open up the front of the thighs, open up the hips, and see what kind of forward splits we might be able to find. So to begin the class, we're actually going to start in a funky position, bit of a reclined hero pose, Ardha Supta Virasana. Your option is maybe to use a block, and we want to try and keep our left leg tucked and your right foot extended. So you might place a block under your right hip, or maybe you're comfortable on the shin and you can sit all the way on the all the way to the ground without the block and come back. But if you feel there's a lot of tension in the knee, I like to pad up under the hip, some support to make that depth not so strong. And we're going to open our class right here, reaching back, making some adjustments. You might be able to come onto your elbows. Maybe just being out on the arms outstretched is enough. But find what's comfortable, what works for you. Comfortable is a word that may not be best suited to this posture, but reason within comfort or reason within discomfort. Let's just meet here. So the right leg's extended, the left leg is tucked under. I have a block supporting my right hip. You might have the same. You can take your head and neck and drop it back on the shoulders, or you can keep the chin tucked. I don't know, for some people, might be able to come all the way back to the floor. Allow the eyes to close. Let's just arrive. Take 2 more breaths here. You might be squeezing, engaging into your left glute, your buttock, giving it a squeeze, working into that front of the thigh. When you're ready, bend that outstretched leg so you can support yourself, push into your elbows, remove the block, and roll away from that foot. We're going to bring that foot with us. At this point, it's nice to have a prop like a strap or a blanket, something, a towel, even something you can use to give this left leg a bit more attention. We're going to take the strap over the foot and then pull down on the strap, creating a nice little one leg forward fold. Draw your shoulders back and down. Maybe play with pushing your heel to the ceiling. And again, close the eyes and let yourself arrive. Let's take 2 more deep breaths here. On your next exhale, you might take your strap just into your right hand and draw the foot-leg strap across to the right side, about a foot's distance, or 100 or so mil. Just imagine hovering that inside edge of your left foot over your right hip. And you might still put a little bit of pressure through the strap if it feels good, through the back of the leg. Keep lifting your heel to the sky. It might be a nice time to just find a little extra rotation through your ankle, through the whole leg. And then just pointing the toes, flexing the heel, pointing the toes, flexing the heel a few times. We're going to take our strap now and our leg all the way out to open to the side. So opening the inner thigh, the inner groin, try and ground down through your right hip, maybe even take a hand to the right outer hip and just press and make sure we're not lifting up off the mat. Breathe here. Ujjayi breath coming into our practice. If you're not feeling this one so much in the inner thigh and inner groin, but mostly just the hamstring, for your last few breaths, you might just bend at the knee and use your elbow, your hand to draw that outer leg a little wider and a little further towards the floor, getting a little bit more of a stretch in the inner thigh. Nice. Then just bring the foot across the body. Imagine taking your left foot to your right hip. You can remove the strap and then lightly draw yourself into a reclined pigeon pose. So just gently drawing that leg across the hip. You might push the foot back against the hand a little. And just one more breath. Nice work. Nice. Bringing both the feet up to the chest. Give them both a little bit of a squeeze here in Pavana Muktasana. It's a gentle wind releasing pose. Nice. And then we want to begin the expedition on the opposite side. So you might rock and roll forward and back. And then we're going to outstretch the left foot, tuck in the right leg. So now the right leg's tucked in. I'm going to go ahead and take my block once more. And when I'm ready, I'm going to work on first stabilizing through the hips. And I want to head back maybe, just to outstretched arms. Maybe it's coming down to my elbows. So wherever it feels right, just squeeze into the glute, try and find the activation on the inner and upper thigh. You can rest your gaze, your head and neck behind. Let's take 2 more breaths. When you're ready, you might use your elbows, take some of the tension, remove the block, roll away, bring that right leg out. There's no real nice way to exit that one. Grab your strap. We're going to grab hold of that right foot now. Bring that love now into the right leg, extending the left. So hold the strap however you please. Relax the shoulders down. Soften into your breath. When you're ready, switching hands, we're just taking the strap into the left hand. Draw your right foot over to the left, just a few inches. Ground back down through your right hip. Draw the foot and the whole thigh bone, the femur, back into the hip, squaring the hip to the floor, but keeping that angle. Last breath there. You might start to point and flex the foot a few times. Alright, then we're going to take the strap into the right hand and let the right leg head out to the right side, inner thigh stretch. Supta Parivartanasana. Nice, one-legged supported reclined posture. Beautiful way to wake up the body. Beautiful way to start or finish a day. Find those deep breaths and just breathe into the experience that you're having that's being held in your body, in your mind, in your breath. Last few breaths just like that, you might bend the knee and create more of an inner thigh groin stretch if that suits you better, with the elbow, inner elbow holding the knee. When you're ready, you're going to release the strap, bring that leg across. So right hand to right knee, left hand to right foot. Draw the leg across the body, left foot to right foot to left hip. A little bit of a reclined pigeon pose. When you're ready, bringing both the knees to the chest, give them a squeeze, and then take the feet to the sky or to the ceiling, reach up to the outer edges of the feet, draw the knees wide towards the armpits, and happy baby pose. A gentle rock, left to right. When you're ready, knees to chest, bit of rock and roll. We're going to come to the top of the mat, across the ankles, and roll over the feet. A little cat cow. So, hands under shoulders. You know what to do. On the inhale, we drop down. On the exhale, we lift up. Let's focus on aligning our breath and our movement actions. Can we bring in Ujjayi breath and create that harmony? Alright, from here, we're just simply going to bring our knees towards our hands, cross back onto our sit bones. We want our feet as wide as our knees. I'm not face you guys here. And we're crossing the middle of the calf and shin. So sit up nice and tall. You might sit on a block or a blanket to just angle the fall of the hips forward slightly. And inhale, let's reach our arms up. Exhale, twisting to the right side. So it should be the right foot at the front, the right shin bone stacked in front of the left. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, rotations from the torso, from the belly. Nice. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, reach forward. You might come down to outstretched arms, up to the elbows. Nice deep stretch in the outer right hip. When you're ready, so use your hands, walk up. You're going to dig both your feet into the floor. You're going to turn to your left. Look to your left, hands to the mat behind. Slowly twist on the ankles and find a bit of a short stance, downward facing dog. The feet, the hands nice and wide. And just find a bit of a rock through the legs, left to right, working into the legs. Nice work. And then coming
and bringing your hands a little closer to your feet. Slowly turn again to your left till you land, and now your left shin is in front of your right shin. So we've just landed back in Svastikasana. Inhale, arms up. Now the left leg is at the front, the opposite side. Exhale, twisting to your left. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, rotation through the belly, ribs, chest, shoulders, head and neck. One more breath here. When you're ready with the inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, folding forward over the left shin, focusing on the stretch in the left outer hip and glute. Nice work. Inhale to come up. So we're just going to cross these ankles, roll back into cat-cow. Taking a few breaths here. Your gentle cat-cow. I'm going to tuck those toes. And then we're going to inhale, lift up into a downward dog. Exhale, land the heels behind. Nice work. One more breath. Inhale, lift the heels, come forward to plank. Exhale, push back the hips, lower the heels, dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lift through the hips, lower the heels. One more time. Nice work. From here, slowly lower back down the knees. Let's grab our left hand, grab our left knee, step to the top of the mat. Right hand's on the inside of the right foot. Lift up the back leg. And with a nice exhale, we're going to rotate into our easy twist. So deep inhale, press out through your back foot, extend out through the crown of your head. On the exhale, deeper rotation. Nice work, team. One more breath here. Nice work. Now, take an inhale, reach tall. On the exhale, sweep your arm around and slowly turn to the right side of your room. Turn your toes in, heels out, and come into a nice wide forward fold. On the inhales, you might lengthen. On the exhales, you might deepen. A breath or two here, and a nice expression. Your elbows might be pulling into center, hands underneath the shoulders to make this one a little deeper if that feels good for you. And then we're going to look to our right again, spinning now all the way to the back of the room for you. We want to come into the easy twist on the opposite side, so left hand on the inside of the right foot. Take a deep breath in, exhale, find that rotation. Nice, inhale, press through the back heel, extend out through the crown. Exhale, twisting a little deeper. Nice work, one more breath here. Strong legs, strong feet gripping the floor, push through the back heel. Nice work, take an inhale. Exhale, sweep the arm all the way back. Let's come back to that wide leg forward fold. This time take your hands behind the back. Now the camera works. You can see, interlace the fingers. Inhale, reach the arms tall. Flatten the back, straighten the legs a little more. Exhale, dive down into a deep fold. Let your arms fall behind your head. Nice work. Deep breaths here. Last breath. Nice work. With the inhale, use your arms to slowly lift your chest, come to standing as we turn back to face the front of the mat. Nice work. We're going to stand and meet at the top of our mat. Samastitihi. So let's just stand for a moment in Tadasana. Tadasana. Not quite. Just notice how you're feeling now. You've arrived standing, beginning our standing flows, warming up the body. How are you feeling energetically? How is the breath?
How are we feeling emotionally? How has the transition into this part of our day? How's our transition onto the mat? And finally, bring your hands to your heart. Can you connect to your intention and land your purpose behind your practice, your intention, your alignment to where you're heading, how you want to show up today. From here, we're going to go straight into Surya Namaskar B. The first one will have some variations to warm up the back body. So toes touching, heels slightly apart. We'll go ahead. Inhale, lower the hips, sweep the arms up. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Here's variation 1. Inhale, lift up the heels. Exhale, remain there. Inhale, lift a little taller. Exhale, lower the heels, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or float the feet back. And we can lower the knees or we can push up, down, all the way to our belly. Let's go ahead and sweep our arms back alongside the body, palms face down. Inhale, pressing into the tops of the feet. Come up, Shalabhasana. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up to hold. So reach the arms back, reach the palms back. Broaden the collarbones, breathe. When you're ready on your next exhale, hands frame the ribs. On the inhale, lightly pushing into the hands, come up into your Sphinx or your Cobra pose. Exhale down. Inhale up. Pulling or drawing yourself forward and away from the hips. Exhale down. We'll come up and hold. Inhale, draw your elbows to your ribs. Keep your shoulders away from the ears. Peel them back. Just looking forward. Squeeze your glutes to squeeze and support the low back. Activate the low back. Breathe. Nice work. For me, I'm going to come down. You can go up to up dog or over the knees. Find downward facing dog. One breath. And when you're ready, left foot to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. We're stepping it straight through to the top of the mat. Back heel is in and down. And we come up into warrior 1. So press out through your back foot. On the exhale, halfway hinge. So lean forward. Hinge from the hip. Inhale, reach up. Push out through the back leg. Exhale, keep that press through the back leg and then fold, framing the front foot. Step back. Vinyasa, you can lower all the way to the belly or you can come down halfway over the toes. Up dog. Exhale, back over the toes. Down dog. Nice work. Right foot to the sky, inhale. Exhale, stepping it through. Back heels in and down. Rise up, warrior 1. Exhale, press through the back foot, sink in. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, hinging from the hip. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, framing that front foot. Nice, you can step back, Vinyasa if you want it, or straight to down dog. When you're ready, on the exhale, we'll roll over the toes. We'll find our way into our downward facing dog. Let's just take this opportunity to check in some ground keeping. Check the fingers, are the fingers spread? That index finger, is it pointing to the front of the mat? Pressing strongly between your thumb and index finger, creating a little bit of strength through the inner arms. Can we broaden the shoulders away from the ears? Take them down the back, broaden the collarbones, keeping that weight, pressing up through to the hips, coming back down through the legs and up through the hips. Can we create that nice, harmonious, downward facing dog?
When you're ready, bend the knees. Look to the hands. Let's step or float the feet to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Toes touch, heels apart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lower the hips. Look up, chair pose. Exhale, sink in. Nice work. Inhale, can you lift your toes? Exhale, sink in. Nice. Inhale, look up, pressing down through the toes. Exhale, slowly stand and release your arms down. Nice work. Take a deep breath in and out. One more at normal speed. So, inhale, we lower, chair. Exhale, we dive and fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step or float the feet back. Vinyasa here. Down dog. Inhale, left foot to the sky. Stepping it through. Back heels down, warrior one. Exhale, sinking in. Inhale, reach. Press out through the back foot. Exhale, fold, step back. Your choice for vinyasa. Inhale, right foot to the sky. Back heel in and down, pressing through that back leg to rise up. Sinking in. Inhale, strength. Exhale, stepping. Vinyasa. Collarbones wide, shoulders back. Down dog. 2 breaths. When you're ready, bend the knees, step or float the feet to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up, rise up into your chair, hips are low. Exhale, stand and release. Nice. Inhale, relax in your Tadasana, close the eyes. Exhale, notice how you feel. All right. Inhale, let's sweep our arms wide again. Exhale, this time we're just going to fold down. Swan dive it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Flatten the back, broaden the collarbones. Exhale, step or float the feet back. Nice work. Lower down all the way onto the belly today. Elbows under the shoulders. Clasp the fingers, little sphinx pose. Extra breath here. If you haven't already, tuck the toes at the back. Lift up into plank. Breath here. Nice work. Little bonus back bend moment here. When you're ready, lower back down through the hips. Open up back into Sphinx. Exhale, lower down, hands in beside the ribs. You can inhale through Cobra or all the way to Up Dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice work. Inhale, left foot to the sky. A little bit of core work. Knee to nose. Squeeze the fat of the belly. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, knee to the forehead. Squeeze it in here. Nice and strong in your little plank. Keep drawing that thigh to the belly. Last time, scoot it to the sky. This time, half wild thing. Think about bending that top leg, opening to your left to look or gaze under your left armpit. Rotation through the hip. Try and square your chest. Fix this mic. Nice work. Keep pressing through the arms. Strong. Maybe straighten the top leg. When you're ready, you're going to bend that top leg, looking to the top of the mat. Slowly step through all the way. You're sitting up for warrior 2 here. So let's drop our back knee, back heel in and down on a 90 and cartwheel up. Exhale, sink in. Inhale, straighten the arms, straighten the legs. Exhale, sink in. Inhale, straighten and reach. Exhale, sink in. And let's hold here.
Roll the shoulders back and down. Let's connect to our warrior, the gentle hero. One more breath. Nice work. Inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the arms, reach your arms up. Right hand's going to grab left wrist, going to reach that arm high to the ceiling, and you're going to lean back. So a supported reverse warrior. Straighten and lengthen through your front leg. Exhale, lean back. Nice work. Keep your front leg straight, release the hands. Trikonasana, reach forward, rotate it around. Look down and inhale, come up. Strong legs. Exhale, reach and rotate. One more. Nice, we're going to hold it there. Your gaze might be up at your top hand if that feels good for you. Let's try not to dump into this front leg, into the ribs. Let's try and support and create strength. So a little higher is often better, where you're supported, where you're strengthening into your intercostal muscles, the obliques, the core. Everything's working. Last breath there. Inhale, slowly come back up. Straight front leg, straight arms. Exhale, let's sink in, warrior two. Get a little prepared here. Strengthen through your back foot. We're coming into half moon. And with an exhale, with a little bit of a push, let's find Ardha Chandrasana or half moon. Great time to have a block handy. We might need it in the next few poses. So Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Think about focusing and strengthening into your inner thigh of the back elevated leg, flexing that foot. Reach tall out through the crown of your head. One more breath. Nice work on the inhale. Start to bend the front leg and lower your back foot. Lift the back heel up. Sweep your arms forward. Come up into crescent. Nice work. And we're going to come forward again. Use your arms as momentum to slowly transition yourself into a forward standing split. Nice work. So the back foot comes up. Again, you might be using 2 blocks, 1 block to support yourself. Maybe no blocks. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lift through your top leg. Option here, challenge, balance challenge, is to take one hand to the ankle or 2 hands to the ankle, pardon me, losing my voice, and balance here in your standing splits on one leg. One more breath here. We're coming into pyramid pose, so when you're ready, you might put a soft bend in the knees, land your back foot at a shorter stance, and foot facing forward, straightening both legs. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, sink in. And then option, inhale, come all the way to standing, strong legs. Try and push your front thigh back into your hips, your back thigh back forward into the hips. Then exhale, strong legs. Try and find balance through the hips, square and stable, and swan dive all the way back in pyramid pose. Again, option is to have the blocks here to support this one. You might have 2. Supporting, holding you, whatever you need. Stay strong through those legs. Lift the kneecaps. I want active legs here. One more breath. All right. So the next step, should you choose to join us, grab your block. Inhale, rise to standing. Take your block into your right hand. Open yourselves up into a nice deep twist. So we're looking to the left side of the mat. Right hand's got the block. Inhale, reach forward. And coming into revolved pyramid, exhale with these wide side stretch. Bring your right hand on the inside of your right foot. Nice option is to have the outside of your right foot for a deeper twist. Let's see where and what lands right for you. Strong through the legs, try not to lean. And breathe into this twist. Exhale, twisting deeper. Inhale, lengthening, strengthening. If it feels good, take your gaze to your top end. When you're ready, looking down, and inhale, rise up. Keep the twist. Exhale, hands all the way up. We didn't need to bring the block. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. Hands together. Nice work, take a deep breath. All right, we've got the other side to do. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale.
Exhale, step or float those feet back. Vinyasa here. Down dog. Nice work. Inhale, right foot to the sky. Knee to the chin. Thigh meets belly. Give it all a kiss. Inhale to the sky. Knee to nose. Thigh meets belly. Inhale. Extend it out. Exhale, knee to forehead. Reach for it. Shoulders overhead, wrists. Squeeze. Inhale, send it up. Bend that top leg. Look under your right armpit. What's that? Ardha wild thing. Half wild thing. Keep strengthening through your arms. Try and keep your chest square, but the twisting, rotating, stretching happening from below the chest down through the side body. Straighten that top leg if it feels good. One more breath. When you're ready, bend that top leg. Start to square the hips. Step it to the top of the mat. Lift and land. Back heels in and down. Warrior two. Nice, sink in. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to sink in. Twice more. Make that once more. Let's sink in and land it. Shoulders back and down. Gaze is forward. Over the middle finger. Breathe here. Come back. Last breath. Find the warrior. Soften the face. Soften the internal noise. Be neutral. Inhale, straighten the front leg, reach the arms up. Left hand grabbing the right wrist, reach tall, lean back. Inhale, reach tall, straighten the leg. Reach the arms, exhale, lean back. Nice work. Inhale, straighten the arms. Trikonasana, reach forward, rotation. Inhale to come up. Exhale to reach and rotate. Last one, inhale up. Exhale, reach, rotate. Again, try not to jump. Hold the strength here. Support the core. Think about now focusing on strengthening the inner thigh of the back leg. As if you were turning the inner thigh and the hamstring to face behind you. So you're wrapping them and turning them in and around. Creating some strength on the inner thigh. One more breath here. Nice work. Inhale, I'm going to come up. Bending into the front leg. Nice work. So a little bit of bounce out of the back leg. Take a deep breath in. And with a bit of an exhale and a bit of a push off the back step. Ardha Chandrasana. Half moon. Nice work. So reach tall. Strong here. Try and keep that engagement of the inner thigh of the back elevated leg. Keep rotating from the torso. Tall and open through the chest. One more breath there. Nice work, team. We're getting there. When you're ready, bend into the knees slightly. Slowly land and lift the back heel and sweep the arms forward. Coming forward over the hips, crescent lunge. And again, remember, use the momentum. Deep breath in. With the exhale, start transitioning your weight forward. Your arms carry some nice balancing effect to find our standing splits. Got the option to have your blocks. You've got the option to stand with just your hands, just fingers, or maybe work on the balance, hands finding the ankle. Soften the breath. One more breath here. When you're ready, I'm going to slowly soften into the hips. Left foot's going to land at a shorter stance, about half the distance, 2/3 of the distance of your warriors. You're going to straighten both those legs and take a half lift into your pyramid. Might have your blocks handy. And then you're going to choose, if you want to rise all the way to standing. Strong legs. See if you can find balance. See if you can square the hips so the hips aren't leaning left or right. As you exhale and come down, keep that strong hips. Keep them nice and square. Landing in your pyramid. Take a nice deep breath. All right. You can stay here. Option to come for your revolved pyramid pose. Pick up a block. Inhale, rise up, strong legs, stay straight. And exhale, twisting now to your right side. So my left arm's forward, my right arm's back. Inhale, exhale, reach forward, rotate into this Prasarita pyramid. Our revolved pyramid pose. Deep breaths. Reach tall on the inhale through the crown of the head. On the exhale, finding that rotation. Nice work. We're coming towards the end of this one. So, strong legs. Can you inhale, pick the arms up, straighten up, keeping the twist. With the exhale, slowly reach forward and step. Releasing that block. I keep bringing it with me. Hands together. Take a moment. All right. We're reaching our peak pose here. So we've been building up, strengthening, working. Let's see how it comes together. Take a deep breath. When you're ready, inhale. Let's reach our arms. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. On the exhale, just stepping your left foot back. Your hands are going to come on the inside of your right leg. You can drop that back knee down, or you can keep it elevated. We're in lizard pose here. So the idea is strengthening through the legs, but also sinking forward and down into the hips. So we want to create as much opening through that right hip flexor, the left hip flexor, and the right inner thigh, inner groin. So you might be coming all the way down onto some blocks on the elbows, or you might be all the way on the floor. But just keep focusing on an awareness around the hips through this opening, through both the hips here, sinking into this almost forward splits posture. One more breath here. From here, you bring your left hand down. You're going to drop your back knee down. My right arm's going to reach forward. I'm going to sweep around. I'm going to grab that right foot. Take a nice twist. It's a twisted thigh stretch. Again, try and keep sinking your hips forward and down and rotating. But don't be just holding the foot. Let's try and bring that foot right in towards the buttock and then push that foot out against the hand. Create a really strong little stretch for that front of the left thigh. Last breath there. All right, release that foot, bring that arm back. Nice. You're going to take your right foot now over to the left side of the mat. Pigeon pose we're setting up for. Slowly lower down. Setting up for your pigeon. Think about taking a block right under the right hip just to support any instability through the hip. You might be flat on the floor and that's fine. Take a breath, press the foot into the foot and leg into the mat. And with an exhale, sink in. You might find your chest, forehead all the way flat to the floor. Meet yourself where you're at. One more breath here. Can't leave you here too long. You've got one more great thing to do. Press down through your hands. Press down through your back foot. Free the front foot. Step it to the sky. And then exhale. Step it through and forward as far as you can. Press out through your back foot. Grab and make sure you have two blocks handy here. And slowly stretch out the legs. We're coming into Hanumanasana, forward splits. So basically what you want to do here is have your blocks. You want to walk your legs out as far as you can. When they don't want to go any further, what you can do is just swivel that front foot forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. And it might find a little bit more depth. You can wiggle back your back leg.
And then you want to be supported here. You might be up on these blocks. Try not to turn to the left. Let's try and make sure we're keeping square towards the front foot, front hips nice and square. Stay nice and tall. So you've got options here. This might be very strong. Maybe this is enough. You might take a block and place it under the leg, right where it feels most supported, and then free yourself up into a supported variation. You can take the arms behind the back, whichever feels good for you. You can just relax, reaching the fingers to the floor. Last breath there. If you're using blocks, you want to hang on to them. You want to try and free yourself a little bit. Slowly bring those legs back as best you can, just using your upper body strength to minimize the distance. Nice work. And we'll gently bring our knees together and down. And just swivel the hips a few times. Maybe some cat-cow. Then setting up. Back to our downward facing dog. Nice work. All right, inhale, left foot to the sky. Exhale, step it through to the top of the mat. Nice work. We're coming into that lizard pose. So the hands come on the inside of the left thigh. And you can choose to lift up the back knee or keep the back knee down. You want to match the other side. And you're going to sink down. Again, you may have been all the way down on your elbows on your other side. So maybe that's where you want to be. Work with your breath. When you're ready, use your hands. We're going to slowly drop that back knee down. The right hand is on the inside of the left foot. Reach your left arm up and twist, grabbing that back foot. Nice one. So you want to try and create a little bit of twist, but not being just holding lazy with the back leg. Bring it in, bring it right up to the glute, and then push that foot into the hand. You'll feel a strong stretch in the upper thigh. From here, releasing that foot, take the left foot across the mat, pigeon pose, and have your blocks ready. Set yourself up so you can get nice and square. This is a little bit of a breather before we attempt our final posture. Again, on the opposite side, that's the full splits, forward splits. Let's take some deep breaths. Last breath there. Using your hands, framing that leg. You can tell your body's already ready to rest. Just get so calm in that pigeon pose. Left foot to the sky. This is the last thing. It's going to challenge you too much. So stretch out through the back foot. Nice one. Walk out the front foot. Use your blocks. You might slide it or wiggle it left and right, left and right. Stretch. Nice. Settle in. Support yourself how you need to be supported. You might not be going too far. That's fine. Deep breaths. You have your options to use the block to support, come up. One more breath there. Well, Hale, if you're enjoying it, stay a little longer. You can spend a minute or so here, but we're probably gonna keep on time today. Slowly drag that leg back. Nice, bring the legs together. And we're just gonna sit down for a moment. Option to take a block right under the hips. Very similar to how we started. A nice little counter twist is to come into our reclined hero. So maybe come straight back down. Put a block under my hips. And I can rest here, getting a nice quad stretch. Deep breaths. One or two more breaths there. Using your hands. Just want to adjust out any way that feels right for you. And we're going to come onto our backs. Start to round this practice out. Coming onto your backs, just plant your left foot and cross your right leg over. Maybe tangling the legs together in eagle. Inhale, arms up above the chest, out to the sides, and exhale. Inhale, strengthen into the leg. Activate the belly. Exhale, twist the legs to the left side. So your right thigh should be on top. Otherwise, just drop to the left. And just breathe into the twist, a strong twist. Allow your gaze to be over your opposite shoulder. Last breath there. When you're ready, untangling the legs and switching sides. So now the left thigh is on top. Deep breath in with awareness and strength. Exhale, slowly let the legs drop to your right side. If it feels good, take your gaze over your left shoulder. Last breath there. Keeping the eyes closed if you can. Setting up for your Shavasana. If you are in a nice warm environment, I might even suggest butterfly the legs, soles of the feet together, knees wide. If it's not so warm, you might want to keep the legs nice and straight and close together and take a blanket. But we will meet on our backs. Make any adjustments you need. Allow yourself to soften. Allow yourself to have the awareness of the effects of our practice up until this point. How are we feeling? What is being felt? How is the breath? Can you soften and relax? Righto team, you might have more time, otherwise start bringing some conscious awareness back to your breath, your breathing. Some little movements, maybe the hands will find the outer thighs to gently draw the knees together if they are in butterfly. You might knock the knees or lightly windshield the hips left to right. We're just going to go ahead and roll onto one side. Just notice how you feel as you slowly transition back to seated. And again, awareness to how and what's being felt. Bringing your hands together at the heart. Thank you for this wonderful practice. Reaching Hanumanasana, the forward splits pose. A very strong challenge. I hope you can take that resilience into your day and be the best and most fruitful version of yourself. Thank you so much. Namaste.